guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A about climate change and sustainability. I asked questions on my Instagram and a lot of people gave me really good questions to answer, really interesting questions. So yeah, I'm going to be answering those. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say that a few of the messages I got made me kind of have a moment of self-awareness and like realization. Like, when it comes to Instagram especially and other social media platforms, I'm aware that I do need to be a lot more careful about what I post, about when it comes to climate change and stuff, because I tend to just preach all the time. And like whenever I see a climate change page posting advice, I'm always sharing it, like everyone follow this advice and all of that, and I just keep banging on about it. And I now know that this is kind of not the best way to go about things, because most people that follow me and most of my audience do care about climate change and it is something that worries them. However, a lot of people just aren't in the current situation, aren't in a good situation in their lives at the moment where they can help. You know, like they're not in the right place where they can actually make a difference. So seeing me just like preaching all the time, like, oh, you need to do more, we need to help the planet, and like ranting at people isn't really the most useful thing, because it just makes people feel guilty and it just makes people like start to have like a bad look on like climate activism, because I'm just like shoving it in their face. Whereas like for you, I'm going to keep talking about it on YouTube, because with this it's like you can see what it's going to be from the title of the video and you choose whether to like watch it or not. On other social medias, I'm definitely going to tone it down how much I talk about it, because I don't want to come across like not aware or like entitled, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Because I know that I'm lucky that I'm in a position in life where I actually can make changes, and not everyone can, but as long as you're like aware of it, then that's okay. I need to like stop preaching about it so much, you know. So yeah, now without further ado, I'm going to go on to actually answering some of your questions that you asked. So I'm going to answer the questions in like topics where like with similar questions grouped together. So the first topic I'm going to talk about is like veganism and the vegan diet. I got a few questions about this. The first one I'm going to address is a question that basically said like, don't you think that shaming people for eating meat is bad? Like, why would you shame people for eating meat? And isn't small differences more important, like giving praise for the small changes people make? And what I'd like to say about this is I have a few friends that are vegan or vegetarian. Like, I know people that are, and none of them have ever shamed, I've never seen them shame anyone for eating meat. And I know that it does happen, but I really think it's so much rarer than you think. It's only like these crazy extreme vegans that you like see on the news and the media that actually shame people for eating meat. I really don't think it's that common, because it's just counterproductive. If you want people to take up a vegan diet, then by being rude to people like, oh, you're eating meat and all of that, that's all that's going to do. That's not going to make people stop eating meat. All that's going to do is make people hate you, and it's going to make people hate vegans. That's why there's such a bad label around the word vegan, because you're just like shoving it down people's throat all the time and don't shut up about it, which is not what people want. It's counterproductive. It's going to make people hate vegans, not want to be vegan. And I would never like shame someone for eating meat. Like, all of my family still eat meat, and it's like fine. Like, I'm just happy that they support my decision to not eat meat, you know? Like, and it's definitely important to like praise the small differences people make, because giving up meat and like taking up a vegan diet is like a massive change and a massive thing to do. And if you're just making like small changes to your meal, like one meal a week that's not meat or something like that, just little changes, like that's good. All of it makes a difference. If everyone just had like one meat-free meal a week kind of thing, it would make a huge difference. So I agree with this person completely. Like, shaming people for eating meat should not happen. I think it's a very bad thing, and it gives vegans a very bad reputation. The next question that I'm going to answer is about, is my boyfriend vegan? And if he's not, does that cause any conflict between us when it comes to food? Are there any issues? And my answer to this is, I just feel like it's really not as big of a deal as it like would seem between me. So he's not vegan, he eats meat, and it doesn't cause any issues between us. It's not even like something that we really talk about. Like, when we met, I was already vegetarian, so he like knew that, and then I've like gradually become vegan since we've been together. And it's like, if we're eating a meal together, or like I cook, then it will be a vegan meal, and he likes them. He says that he enjoys the meals, but then when we go out to restaurants and stuff, he'll generally always get like meat, and it doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'm used to people eating meat around me. It's not like that's an issue, and yeah, it doesn't really, there's no issues there. It doesn't really make a difference. yeah, and someone also asked, does it bother you if he's sitting there eating a steak and all of that? I'm like, no, it doesn't bother me. As I say, my whole family eat meat. It's like, and I'm not trying to say no one should eat meat. It's just like a personal choice that I've made. So it doesn't bother me at all. It's fine. So the final question I got to do on the topic of veganism was, what good vegan sandwich fillings are there that you can have? And I feel like there's so many more possibilities out there than you think, because if you just get like a 100% plant-based like butter, like Flora have one, then you can basically just have all your normal sandwich fillings, like, but you can have like corn ham or like corn chicken slices. Like my personal go-to is corn ham slices with cucumber. You can also still have like jam, Marmite and peanut butter. I feel like, I was thinking about it, and the only sandwich filling that you couldn't have a vegan alternative would be like tuna. I don't think there's really an alternative to that. But there's like vegan cheese, like most sandwich fillings you can just find the meat-free and dairy-free version for it. So yeah. So the next general topic of questions I'm going to talk about is just questions about just like climate change in general. So the first one I'm going to talk about, I got asked what inspired me to care about climate change so much. And I was thinking about this, and I've always thought that it was an issue that should be like addressed, like when I was younger, but I never really did anything about it. And then I remember when I was in upper school, I think year 9, we had an assembly about like the ocean and the plastics in the ocean, and they were showing like videos of it and like the amount of plastic, and they were saying like, oh, by the time you have kids they won't be able to swim in the ocean because it's going to be so full of plastic. And I was just like so shocked. I was like, why is nothing being done? Like, this is a really big issue, and like we're killing the ocean, we're killing the sea life. And then as I looked more and more into it, I realised how many big issues there are related to climate change that nothing is being done about. And I just thought, if no one in power is going to really try, then it's up to us as like young people to like fight for it, kind of thing, you know? So yeah, and I just got into it like that. Another question I got is, what do I personally do about climate change to like try and stop it? And as like an individual and not someone in power and not someone like with a lot of power to make change, there's not much you can do. But for instance, before lockdown, I would go to almost all of the climate strikes in London, and I think that's a really good way to all come together to help try and get your voice heard. Also, as you know, I'm like an imperfect vegan, like, so that's one thing. Also, like when it comes to shopping, try and shop for clothes secondhand if you can, but I know that's not always feasible. But when you are shopping, make sure they're from ethical brands and not shopping from shitty clothes brands, and making sure they're like sustainably sourced as well is a good thing. Also, like, just this YouTube channel, I feel for me is what I'm trying to do with this is like spread awareness and give people advice, which is how I'm trying to make a difference. One question I got is, do you think we can fix everything, or is it too late? And my first instinct was, I think what we're trying to do, maybe it's too late for things to completely go back to normal and how they were, or maybe things will go back to, you know, like the neutral state of the world, the natural state of the world, but it will take like hundreds or thousands of years. But what we're trying to do at the moment is just stop like the end of the world, like trying to slow things down and stop things before it really is too late. And then I did some research to like back up what I was thinking, and yeah, basically we have, by the end of this year, scientists predict, well, it's kind of rough, scientists have different predictions. Some say it's already too late, some say we've got until the end of 2020 as a prediction to actually like make a huge difference before it will become too late. So yeah, really, in order to save the planet, we do need to act now. I'll put a link in the description from the news article that I read this from. And the final question about climate change in general that I'm going to answer is, how is Brexit going to affect climate change? So I did some research into this to get more of an idea myself. And basically it's about how we're going to be like, we're going to weaken our relationships with some countries, and we're going to build strong relationships with other countries. And the countries that we're generally weakening our relationships with are countries that we're like doing a joint effort of like reducing our emissions, for example, which is now like jeopardized. And also another example is we're now trading with America, who are just terrible because they pulled out of the Paris Agreement. So now that means that we're more likely to like care less if we're like partnered with and have stronger relationships with other countries that don't care. And so a specific example is Brexit is going to weaken our relationship with Brussels, which could risk our joint efforts to achieve the 2050 emissions neutrality goal. Neutrality, hope that's right. So yeah, it's all just about like our relationship with other countries and how we're probably more likely to stop caring about our climate change goals and stuff, depending on what countries we're associated with. Yeah. So finally, the last category of sections is just like general questions, more about like me. So one question I got was, what's up? So I'm doing good at the moment, not much going on. I'm in lockdown, so just at home all the time, a bit of a boring life. But yeah, I'm doing good generally. It's like very hot outside, which is nice. And I also got asked, how was your first year at uni, which has unfortunately been abruptly cut short as we haven't had term 3 because of lockdown, but the first 2 terms were actually amazing. Like for anyone, I know uni experience is different for everyone, but for me, I like love partying, going out and meeting people, and it was just amazing. I made so many friends, I just made so many memories. It was great fun. I loved it so much, and I didn't think the work was too much pressure, but that's only because I'm in first year. I'm very aware that in second and third year, the workload's going to be a lot more and it's going to be a lot harder. And also because I do chemistry 2 days a week, we're in the lab, and I just think that's so fun. It doesn't really even feel like work unless you're hungover. I've had to leave a lab early because I was going to throw up and then I threw up in the toilet. But other than that, labs are just generally really fun, so it's good to do a degree that you actually really like. That makes it feel so much better. So yeah, that's all my questions I got. Thank you everyone for asking these questions, and I hope that this video was answered them properly and was informative for you. If you've got any other questions or you don't think I answered your question well enough, then please comment below, or if you have any video suggestions then comment below. Yeah, hope you're all good. See you soon.